Students are already casting their votes. We'll tell you what the Lead Center is doing to help people vote early.
A new Supreme Court justice is sworn in, and we'll tell you more about the Senate votes.
And opportunities while job searching may still be available even during the pandemic.
Live from the studios at the University of Kansas, you are watching KUJH-TV News.
Welcome to KUJH. I'm Faith Burling.
And I'm Connor Heaton.
So Connor, I heard that you went to the Lead Center on Monday to see how that was going. What exactly was going on down there?
Yeah, so I went down there on Monday in the snow, in the cold, and I got to talk with some people who were voting early this week. It's a cold and windy day out, but not even the snow is able to stop KU students from getting out to vote early today as the Lead Center begins its first day in its week of advanced voting. This is the first year that the Lead Center has offered advanced voting on campus, and the students say they enjoy the familiarity and convenience.
I chose the Lead Center just because it was kind of easier to reach campus-wise. I knew where it was, so it was a little bit more familiar of an area to me.
I live on campus, so it's not much of a walk or anything, and it's closest to me.
And to avoid large gatherings on election day.
I decided to vote early just honestly to kind of beat the lines. If there was long lines for voting, I wanted to get it done and almost kind of over with.
There's plenty of space for people to stay socially distanced with voting booths placed 6 feet apart.
By mitigating the amount of people that are at the polls on election day, it lessens the chances of an individual catching it and then exposing their friends and family.
And regular COVID cleanings. So far, poll workers say voter numbers are steady and crowds are manageable.
We've had 97 here so far, average about 10 an hour, which is fairly normal for advanced voting.
Students say early voting is an important way to stay involved and stay safe.
And I'm hoping that they continue this going forward because this would be a really cool thing to have.
So the Lead Center is going to be open until Friday at 7 p.m. for advanced voting, but not for the election day itself. So if you plan on voting early, make sure you do it this week. And hopefully it's going to be some good weather. What's it looking like, Jade?
Connor, it's actually beautiful weather in store for Election Day next Tuesday. We have a high of 66, lots of sunshine, a little bit of wind coming from the south-southwest at 14 miles, but whether you're waiting in line inside or outside, it'll still be a great day to cast your vote. Going back to Lawrence weather for today, today's been a lot warmer than we've seen the past few days, and that's going to continue to trend throughout the week into the weekend with beautiful weather for Halloween and for game day on Saturday. We're also expecting some rain tonight that's going to last into tonight through tomorrow morning. That'll probably clear up around noon. I'll have more for you on that later in the show. Back to you, Connor and Faith.
Amy Coney Barrett becomes the 115th justice to sit on the United States Supreme Court after being sworn in on Tuesday. Barrett was sworn in just 27 days after the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The fast-tracking of Barrett's confirmation met with criticism from Democrats who argued that the seat should remain vacant until after the presidential election. And while Barrett's confirmation received unanimous support from Republicans with one notable exception, the Senator Susan Collins of Maine, it did not receive support from a single Democrat. This is the first time since 1869 that a Supreme Court nominee has been voted through without any support from the opposing party.
And as the pandemic continues, many are facing an even harder time finding jobs. KU Journalism School hosted a career fair to help students going into the job world. The fair took place this afternoon, but looked a little bit more different than usual. Let's go over to KUJH reporter Marcella Reeder, who gives us a recap from today.
That's right, Connor. The Journalism Career Fair started this morning and just wrapped up. And as things look a little bit different, instead of multiple booths out for each company, it looks like it'll take place all via Zoom. Career and Outreach Coordinator Steve Rottinghouse tells us how all of these types of opportunities are very important.
I hope to have another face-to-face career fair in the spring. Don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I have learned a lot about reaching out to employers, what their interests are. And I still think a lot of them are just trying to figure out, is this going to be worth our time? But the ones that have signed up are super receptive to it. And one thing that happened for this career fair that typically wouldn't happen, I got a company from Chicago, New York, and Dallas to show up, and they're all connected to alums. otherwise they probably wouldn't have been able to make that commitment, to travel to Lawrence for a day or two. But once they heard about the virtual format, it's like, hey, yeah, definitely sign me up.
Each attendee was given a 10-minute one-on-one session with any of their chosen company, while all standing in the comforts of their own homes looking for an interview-ready position, maybe from just the waist up. As the pandemic throws a bit of a curveball for graduates, job markets are experiencing hiring freezes. There are still opportunities to get your foot in the door. And if you miss this fair, another opportunity is the virtual internship fair presented by College Works, and this is tomorrow, October 29th. For more information and future events, please visit careerfairplus.com.
I attended the career fair and it was different, but I would say it was definitely more one-on-one and more personal.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I wasn't expecting it to be as interviewee as the regular career fair, but I also appreciated just that there weren't a whole bunch of crowds of people just all around.
And still to come on KUJH News, a local bar is hosting a week-long Halloween-themed speakeasy upstairs.
How mental health concerns are rising as we transition seasons. We'll tell you more about how to prepare.
And we'll have the latest on entertainment news. Stay with us. The temperatures have begun to drop in Lawrence, and with colder weather comes new challenges. Adam Lang has more.
The pandemic has entered a new wave, and as the winter draws near, many have been forced to deal with loneliness as well as seasonal depression. Seasonal affective disorder comes about in the months of fall and winter when the days are shorter and the body experiences less light. And with limited access to other people, SAD can be especially stinging this winter season.
If the seasonal affective disorder has already hit, it's hard to be creative. It's hard to have that energy. That's part of the diagnosis.
Lisa Potter, a therapist for the Burt Nash Community Mental Health Center in Lawrence, has been treating patients since the beginning of the pandemic and sees the winter ahead as a tough time for those with depression.
It has changed the way people get their support, and sometimes there's no support when maybe they had just a little, and then the pandemic hit, and there's just been little to no support for some people, and that's really hard.
One simple way Potter recommends combating SAD is to bring more light into your home and go outside for at least a little bit during the day. One of the most important things, though, is to remember to reach out and talk to those who support you, even if you can't see them in person.
Don't be afraid to reach out for therapy services, even, getting on a medication if you need to do that.
The Burt Nash Center is available to anyone in the community and can give therapy sessions to those needing it.
Continue to get creative, don't give up, and you matter.
This is Adam Lang for KUJH News.
A Halloween-themed speakeasy is taking place in the upstairs loft of Restaurant, Pub, and Games on Mass Street. The pop-up bar known as Apparition has partnered with RPG only for this week leading up to Halloween. It has a permanent location in Wichita and North Kansas City. People can enter into an ambiance of Halloween decor and find the 13 creepy craft cocktails made with local liquors. Speakeasy has a capacity of 35 to ensure social distancing, and like most restaurants, the tables are spaced out and servers wear masks.
A lot of bars like RPG and other places that rely heavily on a certain type of operation are struggling during the pandemic, I think, because people don't want to sit down as much and do that. So the craft cocktail stuff, it's all socially distanced, kind of by its nature. You come with your friends to enjoy these cocktails and to sit around and enjoy the ambiance. You better get there before Halloween, because on Halloween we disappear forever.
It's going to be open every day through Saturday from 6 to 11 p.m. and will close after Halloween.
That's so fun that they decided to come down to Lawrence to celebrate Halloween.
I know, but isn't it weird that it's already Halloween? I mean, this year feels like both the longest and the shortest year all time.
Oh, I completely agree. Next, we'll have reporter Amanda Hansen giving us the latest in the world of entertainment.
Thanks, Faith. One of Hollywood's favorite couples is finally tying the knot. Singers Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani announced their engagement yesterday through an Instagram post showing off the happy couple. The two have been working together on The Voice since 2015 and started dating at the end of that same year. Although no date has been announced, we can look forward to these stars taking their relationship to the next level. A new Disney princess is headed to the big screen. The Walt Disney Animation Studios released the trailer for the new movie Raya and the Last Dragon on Wednesday. The story will follow Raya, voiced by actress Kelly Marie Tran, as she goes on an adventure to find the last living dragon in existence in order to save her kingdom. The film will also feature Golden Globe-winning actress and comedian Awkwafina as the voice of the dragon. The movie is set to release in theaters in March of 2021. Last night, the world witnessed an explosive episode of The Bachelorette. Rumors have been flying for weeks that something will cause Bachelorette Claire Crawley to leave the show several weeks early, something that has never happened in Bachelor history. ABC has yet to comment on any of the rumors, but the promo for the next week's episode hinted at former Bachelor contestant Tayshia Adams taking over as the new Bachelorette. Tayshia appeared on season 23 of the show, as well as a season of Bachelor in Paradise, where she had a fling with fan favorite John Paul Jones. With Claire's potential leaving of the show, it looks like Tayshia is shaping up to be this season's true Bachelorette. That's all for entertainment. Let's check in with Jade to see if the weather will be just as great. Jade, what's the forecast looking like?
Amanda, it's feeling great outside. It's a little chilly, but after a week of cold temperatures that pretty much felt like winter, we're finally warming up back into that fall weather that we've been wanting. We have a chance of rain tonight that's going to last into tomorrow. I have more on that coming up after the break.
Yeah, I always just clap when it's hard.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go.
Just clapping now.
No humps.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning. Tomorrow is just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back. I'm Jade Steffensmeyer with your full weather forecast for this afternoon. Very cloudy day in Lawrence today. Pretty much all of Kansas is covered in that cloud cover right now, and it might rain sometime soon. Looking at the forecast for the rest of the evening, those clouds are going to stick around. The showers are also going to stick around, and the temperatures are going to hang out around the low 40s. 43 at 6 p.m. and then 41 around midnight tonight. We're expecting showers throughout the evening. Our low is 38, and the winds are going to pick up from the north-northeast at 13 miles per hour. Like I said, tomorrow morning, same story. Showers in the morning, and then throughout the afternoon, it's going to pretty much fade off. Our high is 43 degrees, and the winds are going to be pretty strong from the north at 17 miles per hour. Jayhawks play once again this Saturday, also on Halloween, versus the Iowa State Cyclones. This is a home game, the first one we've had in quite a few weeks. Kickoff is going to be at 11 a.m. It'll be around the high 50s around the time of kickoff, and then by the fourth quarter, it should be around the low 60s. Another hurricane forecast for you, if you can even believe it. This is the 11th hurricane that we've had this season. It's breaking records. The last time we had this many was, we've never had this many. 1916, there was 9, and that was the standing record before. But this is Hurricane Zeta. It's forecasted to make landfall tonight around 6 p.m. And it's interesting too because it's such a narrow hurricane that it's going to be very focused on New Orleans, which is unfortunate because they've been hit by 3 already this season, but luckily the storm surge shouldn't be too bad, and hopefully the damages won't be bad either. But coming back to your Lawrence weather for the forecast this weekend, Halloween weekend, Saturday is going to be beautiful for the game day and for Halloween. 63 degrees, mostly sunny, and then Saturday night will be 34 and clear. You might want to grab a jacket for that Halloween costume if you'll be outside. I know I will at least. And then Sunday is going to be a little bit cooler with a high of 52 degrees, but still lots of sunshine. For your extended forecast for the rest of the week, yes, we will have some rain tomorrow. That's not going to stick around for very long because we have lots of sunshine for the week ahead. Beautiful weather for the game day on Saturday, and then low 60s for next week. So that fall weather is going to make a return. Well, that's all we have for weather today, but stay tuned after the break. We'll have more on sports.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back, I'm Courtney McMaster. After 3 World Series appearances in 4 years, the Los Angeles Dodgers are finally world champions for the first time since 1988. Last night, the Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays 3-1 in Game 6 to claim the title. Cody Bellinger was named World Series MVP. The shortstop had 8 hits, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 7 runs throughout the 6 games. Congratulations to LA on their championship in a season that has been so improbable. And Kansas football was once again on the road this past Saturday for the Sunflower Showdown. The Jayhawks fell to the Wildcats 55-14. The Hawks struggled to hold on to the ball with multiple turnovers, as well as allowing K-State 2 punt returns for touchdowns on special teams. However, head coach Les Miles is hopeful about his true freshman quarterback, Jalen Daniels, to bring a new spark to his team.
Yeah, and he's it's pretty special what he's getting accomplished right now, just so you know. And but it is, you take a lot of time to prepare a game plan in what is the RPO world. You want to take advantage, the most advantage, not just you want to make sure that your throw hurts the opponent most significantly. So that's the thing that Jalen's got to get done, and he'll get that done. He's bright as a whip, and still provides us with the quick feet and the ability to get down the field.
Back in Lawrence this Saturday on Halloween to host the Iowa State Cyclones. And don't you worry, Jayhawk fans, kickoff is at 11 a.m., so you'll have all the time for trick-or-treating at night. The cross-country Big 12 Championship is being hosted this Friday in Lawrence at Rimrock Farm. The women's 6K is set for 10 a.m., followed by the men's 8K at 11 a.m. The award ceremony takes place at noon. To continue on the busy weekend of hosting in Lawrence, Kansas volleyball is set for their own Sunflower Showdown this holiday weekend. The Jayhawks haven't played since October 17th after their series against TCU was postponed. The Hawks are looking to improve their record this weekend against the Wildcats. Both Thursday and Friday matches are at 6:30 p.m. in Horst Family Volleyball Arena. And KU men's and women's basketball teams released their revised 2021 schedules. The men will start their series by taking on Kentucky in the State Farm Champions Classic, while the women will begin their season hosting Northern Colorado on Thanksgiving Eve. KU is planning on in-person attendance for men's basketball games at Allen Fieldhouse this season. Capacity will be about 1,500, with 850 of those seats going to donors. And in celebration of the upcoming holiday weekend and fans being allowed at games this year, our Danita Victor is at Allen Fieldhouse to talk about a special event this weekend.
It's been months since people have been inside Allen Fieldhouse, but this weekend Jayhawk fans can experience a sweet treat. No, it's not basketball season just yet, but Allen Fieldhouse will be hosting a trick-or-treat night on Halloween.
Given the kind of current state of things, we know a lot of kids aren't going to have the opportunity to have a normal Halloween, so we'll be doing a fun trick-or-treat event here. They'll have all kinds of games and crafts and activities, and of course candy, because that's probably the most important part, costume contests, photo ops, and really a fun opportunity for parents to come bring their kids out for an hour, do a lot of activities, and just get to celebrate Halloween the way it's meant to be celebrated.
Spots are limited due to COVID-19. For more information how you can purchase tickets, head to the website on your screen. At Allen Fieldhouse, Danita Victor, KUJH Sports.
Thanks, Danita. And still to come on KUJH News, what was found on the moon that scientists had originally doubted? KUJH, NASA's robot Sophia has found water on the moon. Originally, it was believed that the moon only contained water in the shadowed area, but Sophia has found it in one of the largest craters visible to Earth. Don't get too excited though, the robot only found a very small amount of H2O molecules. The Sahara Desert has 100 times more than Sophia found in the lunar soil. So Connor, I think your space trip is gonna have to wait a little bit.
I know, okay, so when I first heard about this, I was so excited because I didn't think there was gonna be any water on the moon. I thought it was just gonna be a rock, but unfortunately, looks like there's not gonna be as much as I thought.
Well, a little closer than Connor's space trip, next Tuesday we're partnering with the University Daily Kansan to bring you full coverage of the election and local races as well. Tune in at 6 p.m. on Tuesday for that.
And that's KUJH News for October 28th. And to view our stories again or share them with your friends, visit our website at tv.ku.edu.
And check us out on Instagram and Twitter for updates and live next week for latest news, weather, and sports.
Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great evening.